And a legal dispute that has been simmering for 30 years could come to a head in just 2 months. A property rights controversy over their fire exit could make Toads close its doors, and the nightclub is reaching out to students in the hopes that their voice will keep this from happening. Britta Yelm and Caroline Pringle bring us more.
For the last year, Toad's Place and Yale have been embroiled in a legal dispute over using an emergency exit leading onto Yale's property. As the court date nears in May, Toads is encouraging students to take action to protect their Wednesday night tradition.
It's a venue that's really, made a lasting impact on New Haven, I think, and it would be sad to see it. It would be sad to see it go over a dispute over the exit doors.
With the nightclub's future in jeopardy, owner Phelps has turned to concerned students to garner support.
Well, I was hoping that some of the students could voice their concern and their opinions with some of the administration at Yale, so they would know what the students are thinking and how Toads does fit into the Yale community.
Phelps, I've known him for 4 years here at Yale. He's been a really big sports fan of Yale, and so I've met him through football. He wanted to start a letter writing campaign towards Yale University. He gave me a form letter, and he told me, try to reach out to as many people as you can and get the word out, try to save Toads, do what we can to fight back against the litigation.
The source of the dispute is a long-standing legal agreement that Toads could use the fire exit, but either Yale or Toads could revoke the contract with 10 days' notice. When Phelps took over the club in 2008, he refused to accept that condition, and Yale filed a lawsuit. Brian sent emails like this one to many members of Greek life and athletic teams, attaching a letter and asking students to circulate it around the Yale community.
It's basically a letter that we came up with in the office that explains, what Toads really means to the Yale community. It's like a very equalizing force on campus.
I think the kids are, need time off and they need to take a break now and then. And we're fitted right into the middle of the campus. It's a safe area. If we weren't here, the kids would probably have to go to a different area, maybe a different area in New Haven to relax, or maybe not go anywhere at all.
This letter writing campaign is just a way for Toads to show that student support is there, and that the people at Yale that are making this decision and pursuing a lawsuit should take that into account.
The letter focuses not on Toad's legal defense, but instead on the nightclub's importance to the social fabric of Yale and New Haven. It says, "As a Yale student, Toads is an integral part of my social life."
I originally started the email to certain teams and then people I know just directly in the college, and then from what I understand it's been sent out to other societies, and it's kind of just sprawling around in the email chains of Yale right now.
This letter reached fraternity and sorority panelists across campus and also appeared on the class of 2016 Facebook page.
A lot of the frats are sending out to the sororities.
It initially started with emails to President Salve, but I'm starting to send actual physical letters, even more likely to get through.
And they had some success getting through. No Yale administrators responded to inquiries for this story, but administrators have responded to students and members of the Yale community.
I've been reached out to by the facilities director at Yale, and she has told me about the litigation process and what Yale's side of the story is.
Brian requested that people email a letter directly to President Salve, which people have been doing. Over 100 people have sent in that letter. The fact that he's actually looking at these emails and responding to the people involved shows that he's taking notice.
An administrator says that it only counted 14 emails from Toad's customers. Nonetheless, Associate Vice President of New Haven Affairs, Laura Zucker, responded to the email's individual questions.
As more and more people start sending letters to Yale and more awareness is raised, I feel like the university will have to answer, because the students at Yale are what makes Yale, and they can't ignore what the population is saying.
Student activists hope the negotiations will continue in this direction.
Only time will tell if those student responses will have an impact on the outcome of the current case. The court date is set for May. In the past, Toads has brought in such acts as the Rolling Stones and U2 and Bruce Springsteen, so we'll have to see where it goes from here.